bigger camera. That's for. What's that for now?
Okay.
What do you want?
I want you to tell us a little bit about Eelground and kind of a little bit, a few legends maybe.
Oh, a little bit of history. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. Who are you?
My name's Wayne Baker, and I'm from Squamish Nation, Vancouver.
Okay. Yeah. And who's the guy behind the camera?
We're not supposed to see the camera
Oh,
there.
okay. You guys want to go over there? Oh, here's our first home.
What was it made out of back then?
Here's our...
Just this would be either moose hide
Moose hide?
or what you call them, bark, eh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what it would be made out of. Well, you know when you first came here on the road, what was the name of the place that you came to? What's the name of this place?
Miramichi.
Miramichi?
No, not the Miramichi. This here place, we're at.
Eelground?
Yeah,
Nadoan.
yeah. But what does that mean? That you got the translation over there. It says eel ground, right?
Yeah.
They got that partly right, but what that means is that around about, I would say about December, around there, when the ice on that river gets just enough to hold you up, and when you're walking on that sheet of ice with your long pole, 30-foot pole, every time the guy puts his spear into the mud, he makes the ice and the water pressure make the ice go like that. Mm-hmm. And that means Naduwakan. And that's the proper name of Eelground. Now you know where you are.
So I heard you were, was it called a pipe carrier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that you have a lot of responsibility. You know what I mean? Yeah, the pipe carrier is, it's a burden sometimes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You got to let go of the other things so you can concentrate on your pipe and for the people. That's a big responsibility. You know, you have to give your time to the people that look for, I don't know, some kind of answers, or sometimes there's no answers.
Oh.
I remember as a little boy, I used to run around here in my bare feet. There was no pave. There was just dirt roads all the way.
Trails.
Yeah. And you didn't have to worry about stepping on a piece of glass because, you know what I mean? Nobody threw their garbage around, you know what I mean? But today, you can't go anywhere without, you know, without your shoes on. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In '98, they came in 4th in the world. And in 2003, they won the most innovative school in the world. However, their school is still on the priority list 3. And we've been on that priority list for a long time for a new school. He's quite proud of his school. Oh,
12 pounds though, huh?
Huh?
12 pounds?
12 pounds, yeah.
So you got a little West Coast art up there.
This was from Saskatchewan, this art piece. And that was from Saskatchewan also. Some of the design elements are like if you see around the lampshade is the same shapes as around the knobs and stuff. I designed the cabinet to be longer on this side so that when I had him, I could change him in here. This is how I keep my daughter up to date with her Micmac. You know, we do I do a word a day, or I try to tell her the numbers or the colors, or say in the family in Micmac. And that's her Mother's Day dress. She's going to be wearing First Communion for her cousin, so we get all dressed up and do that kind of stuff. Before I moved into that cottage up in Big Old Track, I lived in a tent in the woods for 2 months. Yeah.
Boy.
Well, I didn't want to live with my mom because two of my brothers were still living there, and they were alcoholics, and I was already away at university so long that, you know, I was kind of free of that life, and I just went up there and pitched a tent and lived there for 2 months in the summer, like June, August. Yeah, I lived right in the woods, just a barbecue in my tent.
And now look at you.
Yeah, it's a tent, my nicer tent.
This house here?
This is what I grew up in. Was just a little bit bigger. The patio came out to about here. That was the door. And it came out to right about there. Just kind of a porch.
And how many
enclosure.
people lived in here? Your
Uh,
family?
I have 9 brothers and sisters and my mom, so 10 of us.
Wow.
10, 11, I guess, me.
This is the fishing spot where you're taking me again? Yeah?
So,
Is
yeah,
this your lovely cabin?
This is my cottage by the river. You want to get some fishing done? This is where it's going to get done.
Oh, it's a beautiful spot.
Would be really
Nice little cabin. So how much did you pay for this?
I paid $5,000.
That's it.
Yeah. But I did all the flooring. I put the cupboards in. I put the door trim in myself. And the new doors. New door.
You put the flooring in yourself?
Yeah. I got taught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What size fish you guys catching there?
Well, anywhere from 5 to 15 pounds.
What kind of salmon?
There's black, there's Atlantic salmon,
Are they?
but they're not, they're on their way down. They follow the ice down. The ice just moved.
Oh, so they've been spawned already.
Mold is all around you. A lot of people get very afraid of it and they'll let it grow. You know, instead of, getting some dish soap and washing it off and kind of maintaining it instead of letting it build up. Because mold can't get from 0 to 1,000 in 1 minute, or a day. So you can live a long time in a moldy house if you keep it clean. You keep your air exchanger clean. There might be some things wrong with your home. Somewhere down the line the structure wasn't done right or moisture barrier wasn't done right. But if you see a little spot of mold growing on your window sills and what have you, miss, you said you're going to be a good girl, okay? Not that I'm promoting a moldy house or that you shouldn't have it taken care of if it does get that bad, but mold is all around you, but you can't mold needs moisture to grow. Mold needs water to grow. And if you keep providing a leaky faucet in your sink and you never fix that, you just put a bucket there. I mean, mold needs moisture to grow. That's where my motivation is, I guess, is giving a healthy home to people.
Sometimes it's just not about catching, it's just being out on the river.
You do really have to have some building experience. That's why I took it upon myself to try some things. Take your measuring tape and see things that do meet code and go from there. Like a lot of things in this cottage, I did it on my own to see if I had to be a burly guy to do all this stuff. Then you don't. If you know how to read, you can do any job, really. There's instructions to everything, So that's kind of my way of thinking. And those big burly guys, they ask me now for where to find stuff in the code or what's new coming up. And I don't think you don't have to be a man to do a lot of things. You can do it yourself.
Thanks for tuning in to Closer to Home. Next week, I'll be traveling all the way back to the West Coast to see how one community is taking on their mold problem one house at a time. So until next time, I'm Wayne Baker, and I hope you're getting closer to your home.